welcome back to my channel, and today's video slightly different. I'm going to be showing you some new goodies I have just got, like literally today, from an amazing small business I came across last year. This is a business that I have shared products from in previous videos. In fact, I think I did an unboxing for my first order or possibly my second order last year. But since then, the business has grown massively and my collection of goodies has grown too. So the business I am talking about is Painted and Posted. Now, I have mentioned them in quite a few videos and you will have seen little bits of the goodies that I have from them, the pieces, but I want to give you a bit more of an in-depth look at what I've got now. So when I originally came across Painted and Posted last year, resin was huge. It still is, but I think a lot of people had turned to it with the pandemic and needing things to do. And I'd seen some really nice pieces across social media and I thought, oh, I'm going to treat myself to something. So I came across Painted and Posted, and Molly, who is the number one and only person for Painted and Posted who makes what's the word I'm trying to think of? She makes everything, she packages and posted everything, she advertises everything. She had some really nice pieces and I fell in love with the clear and opal pieces, which you have seen in a number of my videos, I'm sure. And these are just two of the pieces that I had. This was my little trinket tray that I often used with a cotton pad for my decals, and this was just my little palette. I love these pieces and I still use them loads, but I started thinking ahead earlier this year to when I move my nail stuff, my nail room out of my bedroom and into my actual nail room, and what sort of my colour scheme and how I want it to look in there. And as much as I love the clear and opal pieces, that wasn't the colour scheme I was going for, and also I didn't feel that you saw them to their best on camera. So I was looking at the different colours that Molly does, and the one that really jumped out to me was the pink and gold, which is very much sort of the colours I want to have in my nail room, although it's more pink and rose gold, but the pink and gold she does absolutely perfect. So over the last few months I've been investing in the pink and gold pieces, and I've now got to the point where I've got a really good basic start for when I move into the nail room of my pieces from Painted and Posted. Now, believe me, there are more pieces on the website that I want, and Molly is always creating new pieces that I'm sure I will want. But this is sort of what I've got so far. Now, I've already unpacked my delivery today because I was just far too excited to look at it, and it wasn't until I opened it and I thought, oh, I think I should do a video. But they always come beautifully packaged. Okay, really nicely but really safely done. Now, for smaller pieces they often come in a pink padded envelope, but they're still wrapped. And the larger pieces you get in a box. They're all wrapped in tissue paper or in a little organza bag with shredded tissue paper. Then there's more tissue paper wrapped around them. They're tied with ribbon. It's just a beautiful box to open. And then they always come with lovely little thank you cards with a bit of information on the company. There's also aftercare cards that come with the pieces, which I have got numerous ones of now because I've got so many. But it's those little touches that you really appreciate from a small business and makes you go back. And I love the packaging. I've still got all the little organza bags. I've even got some of the ribbon still. So anyway, we're going to look at what I got today and what I've already got in the pink and gold ready for my nail room when I finally get it. If you saw my previous videos, I mentioned that all the work has been delayed due to family things, so it's not started yet, but hopefully in the next month or so it will. So this was my delivery that I got today. I'm just going to, right, so I went a little bit mad, but you know what, it'll all come in useful. So these pots went on sale a few weeks ago now. They were only available in a couple of colour schemes, and I asked if Molly could do it in the pink and the gold, and she very kindly did. So I have got this in the pink and the gold, and she does do custom pieces, and also I believe if there is a piece on her website that you want but it's not in the colour scheme you want from the one she has on the website, you can just pop her a message and ask. She's really helpful, amazing like that. So this is the pot that I got. I absolutely love this. It's really sturdy, really strong. Now I originally went for it to put cotton pads in, but I then got something else. So I'm not 100% sure I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to put in this just yet, but I've got a few ideas, so I'm going to see how it works out. So that's this beautiful rectangular lidded pot. I mean, you could use this for jewellery. It doesn't have to be in sort of a nail room. It could be on a dressing table. It's stunning. And what I also like about the lid is, if like me at the moment you are short of space as I'm in my bedroom, this flat lid you can easily put things on top of. And I know it's not ideal if you've got things in there, but actually you just take the lid off and little bits. So yeah, I really like that. I did get another dappen dish. If you saw my gems videos that I uploaded yesterday or recently, I got a dappen dish. I got a second one because I always think it's handy to have a couple of dappen dishes, and I also thought for if I'm doing painting with gels or inks or things like that, I could use this for acetone or cleanser as well, anything like that. These are monomer and acetone resistant, and you just give them a good clean afterwards. And I did get a little note with this that says, dappen dish note, please remember to decanter any monomer left in the dish after each client to preserve the product, thank you. Well, I do that anyway, so I would just go in with a cotton pad or something and wipe out anything that was left in there. But as I showed you in my gems acrylic video with the bottles, it's great just to decant a little bit in there. So that's another dappen dish. So there's my two together. They are slightly different colourings, but you would expect that. They're not going to be identical pieces because they're each hand poured. So, but I quite like that. I like them both. There's only an ever slight difference in them, but look, they could both sit on top of there, and I can easily, if I've got stuff in there. So that's my dappen dishes and my lovely little box. So the next thing I got was this lidded pot, and this is what I actually have now got to put cotton pads in. I was looking at different things and I wanted to get this. It wasn't on the website as in the pink and the gold, and then one day I noticed it was. So I thought, oh right, I'm going to get that just because. And I thought this is perfect. Put my cotton pads in, The lid stops them from getting dusty or dirty. At the moment they're in a not lidded pot, so quite happy to have a lidded pot. You don't have to keep the lid on if you don't want to, but I've got it purely because it's got a lid. So we just can pop all our cotton pads in there, and then probably put a few too many in there, but there we go. Lid on, keeps them nice and safe. If you're working all day sort of thing, you can take the lid off and leave it off, and you've got a little extra pot, and then at the end of the day you can just pop the lid back on. In fact, I would probably take the lid off, put a cotton pad in that to use if I was doing decal work. So you've got two uses out of that. It's pretty. Again, it's got that nice flat lid, so at the end of the day, you know, you're tidying up, pop something on top of it, so you're taking up less room. So that is what I've got for my cotton pads. I love that. It's much better than the pencil holder that I had without a lid. And as I said, you know, take it off at the beginning of the day so you can easily get your cotton pads and put it back on at the end of the day. And you've got the lid used for something else. And that is the other thing I love about this. Is what I had my cotton pads in, but I will find another use for that. I'm going to have a desk in my nail room as well with my laptop, so I can do all my editing and things. So I want a pencil pot, so that can just be stored ready. Yeah, sorry, went off on it. The thing I love about these is they're all multi-uses. You know, you don't have to use them for what they're said on the website, but actually if you read the description of the pieces on the website, Molly puts lots of different things you can use the products for. So or not the products, the pieces, sorry, I'm on nail thinking here. The other thing I got in my latest order was I got the set of 2 large pots. I wanted something bigger to put my brushes and things in, and I thought the large pots would be perfect, and I figured I'd just get the set of 2 because, well, why not? I like the square pots and I like the round pots, so like that. So they're gonna now house my main brushes. I have other brushes that I don't necessarily use so much, but these are going to have my main brushes, like my crystal nails ones and things like that. And I really like these. I like the little pots as well, but I like these because they're bigger in every way. They are wider or bigger circumference. They're also taller. So for brushes and things, they're sitting there perfectly. The little pots, if you put a longer brush in, they get a bit top heavy, so they tip over. But I like both size pots for different reasons. So these are perfect for my brushes. Just put a couple in. So there we go. My crystal nails brushes will go in there perfectly. The little pots, and I do have the square and the round little pots, are perfect for tools. So I've got all my cuticle tools, my tweezers, my scissors and bits in one, and then in this one I've got my sort of consumable bits. Is that the word? Yeah. So orange sticks. Some of these actually need to be thrown away. They are filthy. Orange sticks, which I use for tidying up or mixing. I've got some micro swabs, which I use for my glue. I've got some lip wands, disposable lip wands. Now I saw these on Talia's Nail Tales channel, and she uses these to clean up stamping or chrome off of stamping and things like that, and it looked really good, so I bought a pack of those, really cheap. And then I've also got some silicone hoof sticks. I thought I'd try this for like sticking down foils and things like that, so I've got a couple of those in there as well. Fits perfectly. I've managed to do it so that they are kept in sort of their separate bits. Just sits on the desk really nicely, and then my tools in the other one. So uses for both of these, you could use these for cotton pads as well. You could use them for, you know, anything you like. In fact, I used to use one of the square ones for my wax strips that I've cut up, but I found something new for those. So they're the two different sizes of pots, which I love having the two different sizes, I'm going to be honest. And in fact, what I want to do is to be able to stand them in front of one another, like that, you know, pretty. Obviously, what I do with them in my bedroom at the moment is not going to be the finished article, but how beautiful is my desk in my nail room going to look with all of these lovely bits. Yeah. My table is dirty. Right. The last bit that I got in my latest delivery was completely unexpected, because I got a lovely little note in there from Molly saying popped in an extra palette for you, lovely. Which it kind of made me a little bit emotional, I've got to be honest, when I opened it. So this is one of the palettes. Now, these are advertised as palettes, coasters. I believe they are heat resistant after so many days, which is probably now. You can use them as paint palettes, tint palettes, whatever you like. You can pop your pots on them if you need to, a cup of tea on them. I think it's always nice to have a coaster on your desk for drinks or whatever. So that was a really nice extra gift. I really do very much appreciate that, Molly. Thank you. And I am going to find a lovely home for it. It might go on my desk for my cup of tea. I don't drink tea, coffee, when I get there. But I will definitely have uses for it between now and then. Again, these are acetone resistant, everything, so you can wipe things off. You can also wash them, I think I read, wash things in warm soapy water. But they are acetone resistant as well, or acetone proof, and monomer, which is why they've now got the Dapper dishes. So that is pretty much all my new goodies, plus my two little pots that I had already. Now I'm going to take you through and show you some of the other bits that I've got already, just to give you an idea of the other things that are available, and also to show you how I've used things slightly differently, because that's how it worked for me. So first thing I got was this hexagonal tray. I was just trying to count the size. I had a moment where I looked at it, I was like, it is a hexagon. Yes, it is a hexagon. It's because it's got two longer sides that I just got confused. It doesn't take much. So really nice tray. You know, you can have it on your desk. You can put your bits on it. I don't know, I think it's a bit small to have my monomer and my clear acrylic on, but you know, you could definitely have your monomer and your Dapper dish. That's not my monomer, but see what I mean? You can get bigger trays, you can get oval trays, you can get rectangular trays, you can get ones that have got little compartments, so they're segmented, so you can like put your Dapper dish in one part and your monomer, and then there's a bit for your brushes that you can also put a brush rest on, which they do sell, which I don't have in the pink yet, but I do have the clear opal ones. So, you know, you could pop those on your tray and then good to go. Oh, I like this. You know, that means I've got to get another one. I do want to get one of the bigger trays that I will have on my desk with my Dapper dish, my monomer, and possibly my clear powder. Haven't really got that far yet. I haven't got room for it at the moment. But so it's nice. I like having the trays because it means you don't have to put things on your actual desk. So brushes or pots and things that might leave stains on your desk. You know, you could put your gels that you're working with at the time on there. And then these clean nice and easy, so you don't have to worry about leaving dirty marks on your desk. So that's just one of the trays I've got at the moment. This just sits on top of my drawers that I've got my crystals in. Don't tend to use it for my crystals, but you could. because you know you've got the raised side, so it protects anything that's on there. So you could use it for crystals, you could use it, put your wet cotton pad on for your decals, you could put glitter on it. You could use it as a catch tray for glitter. If you're doing sort of sprinkling a long nail, it's that much bigger. It should collect all the glitter. So many uses for one tray. This was only going to be a short video. Once I got nattering, I couldn't stop. So yeah, I love this one, but I do want one of the bigger rectangular ones, and possibly the one that's got segments, and possibly even one of the ovally ones. I just want it all. So the next thing I got was a little diamond, and this is sort of advertised as a little catch tray for glitter. So exactly the same in that it's got the raised size, it's just smaller and it's a diamond shape, so you could use this for crystals. So you know, tip your crystals out, make it much easier to pick them up. You could use it for sprinkling your glitters. You could put little pieces of angel paper or foil or things in there to pick up to stick on your nail. I think just having the option of a big or a little, I think, is great. Oh look, oh, and it's made to fit. Look at that. Oh, I've just got overexcited now. Yeah, so I think it's great to have the option of the big and the small, certainly for different things. I mean, you could tip some glitter into this and then tip it on the nail with this as your catch tray. So many ideas. I believe this does come in a pack of 3 as well. I only got the one because I felt I just needed the one, but I might now get a couple more, because sometimes if I'm doing crystal work, I use several different colours and I tip them out of the pots, so I could have the, you know what I'm getting at? Could probably make a jigsaw puzzle here. So yeah, so I might get a few more of those trays. Molly, look out for an order coming very soon. So yeah, so that I sort of got in mind for crystals, but yeah, also glitter. Also things like crystal pixie, pigment, you name it, it'll work. So that's your little tray, catch tray, glitter tray, crystal tray, whatever sort of tray you want to use it. Next up, I've got a couple of palettes. So I did get a round one. This one is not quite as thick. It's only slightly. It's only a few millimetres difference, but there is. So that is just sort of my usual palette that I'd use to decant some paint or some polish if I'm doing some artwork. Always love to have a nice palette. And I also got one of the rectangle ones. These are advertised for lash text, so for tint and things like that, but you know what, all of these things have multiple uses and I wanted one, so I got one. Again, you can use that for your paints, your bits and pieces. You know, you can splodge a few bits on, do some marbling. I think it's always great to have palettes. And so yeah, so a couple of palettes, of course. Who doesn't love a good palette? And then I also got a ring palette. Now I think a ring palette is ideal if you are doing some very fine detailed work, because I find once I start on my fine detail work I get in the zone and I don't want to have to be reaching over somewhere else to pick up paint. So I can decant a little bit of my like art gel on here, just a teeny tiny little bit, and then you know, you hold your nail, you've got it there, and you haven't got to move your arm around. You can stay focused in the zone because your paint is right next to you. And that I think is definitely great for fine detailed work where you're concentrating more, or at least I do. So having it right next to you as opposed to down. And I know it's not that much difference, but I think for me it makes a huge difference when I'm doing fine detailed work. So nice little ring palette, always handy to have. Also you can put your glue on if you're doing crystal work, so it's there, you can just top coat. So if you're top coating around crystals or things, or you're doing a half matte, half shiny or something like that, it's right there. It's good to go. So I always think a ring palette is a good investment. That's me. I'm just trying to get you to spend more money with Molly. I don't get any rewards or commission or anything for this. I am sharing these products because I love them. And if Molly gets a few more customers from it, then all the better. Because I think they're great. They're beautiful and they're great. So the next thing I've got quite a lot. I wasn't going to show you everything, but you know what? I'm only showing you everything that I've got in the pink and gold. I've got other bits that aren't pink and gold as well. Went a bit crazy. Right, so the next thing I've got is a little stand for tips, so painting tips. You can now get them with the thingy. I don't know what they're called, but mine didn't come with it, and I just took this from one of the ones I already have in my stash of display bits. I just thought it'd be really pretty to have something matching for videos, and then I pop that on. Now you can get just the single ones, you can also get the long ones with 5 tips on, which are great if you're doing, if you make press on nails or you're doing a set of 5. I got this purely for videoing. Not used it yet, but I thought I'm going to get this, and then hopefully I'll start doing some more sort of TikTok quick videos, one nail. Thought just the one. It's pretty. It's not, I've got one in the clear and opal, but I find where they catch the light, sometimes they take the focus, the clear and the opal, which is why I wanted to move away from that. But then the other nice thing, you know, you've got it matches your palette, your tray, so you put your paint on wherever, and I like things to match. So okay, it's a very simple thing, but I just thought it's really pretty. I might get the 5 one as well eventually. I probably will. This is me. But yeah, so I really like that, and I love how strong the magnet is. Probably won't be if I keep doing that, but it's really strong. And yeah, I just took one of my little, it looks like a chess piece, doesn't it? I just took one of those from my stands that I've already got, and there we go. So that is my little tip display stand thingy-majigger. I'm sure it has an actual professional name, but display tip thingy-majigger is the way we're going. Now the last 2 bits I've got to show you are bits that I got to use for completely something different than what they are designed for. But that's because I had no use for them as they are, and I found uses for them. So the first thing I got was this beautiful business card holder. So really pretty. If you're a work in tech, this is great. You can have your, you know, your business cards in, you can have appointment cards in, you could have loyalty cards in, all things like that. Really pretty, nice size, nice to have on your desk, on your reception table if you're a bigger salon. I got it, and I put my little wax strips in. So I get actual long wax strips that you use for waxing and cut them up, and then I use these for wiping nails because I think they're so much better than lint-free wipes, and cheap as chips, because one of those strips I cut into like 8 or 10 pieces. So you think if you get a pack of 1,000, that is a lot. So they fit perfectly. It's a nice little jar that matches, or a little tub that matches. I could put it on top of my little box if I wanted to. Take the lid off very easily to get it in it. So I thought that was the perfect size for those wax strips that I cut up, and it looks pretty, and they're quite easy to get out as well. But if you do have loyalty cards, business cards, appointment cards, anything like that, you can get a couple. You know, one for your cards, one for your wax strips. So that was my business card holder, and then the last thing I got came out fairly recently, and I loved it, and I was like, I don't know what I can use it for. It's advertised as a loyalty card holder. I was like, but I don't have loyalty cards. What am I going to use it for? So this is it. This is the little loyalty card holder. So they sit in, look very pretty, very nice. I was like, what can I use it for? So I did put some decals sheets in it, new ones that I wanted to use. Worked really, really nicely. And then I got new storage for my decals. So I was like, oh. I found some of my old little stamping plates. And look, it's perfect. So stamping plates, decals, things like that. Make use. And then I also just put my little stamper on the front there. And it looks very pretty somewhere. I might actually get a second one for decals that I want to use. So if I've got some sheets that I think, oh, I want to do some designs with those ones, I might get a second one, and then I can have all of those decals out as a bit of a reminder to use them. Then I've got them to hand instead of having them away. And then as I use them, I can put them back in their cases. But at the moment, I do quite like it for those little stamping plates, because I'd forgotten I got these and I found them and I was like, oh, but I love those ones. So perfectly out. And there we go. So that is sort of my pretty in pink haul of goodies from Painted and Posted. And I love it all. I really do. I've got some massive organising to do now, because I need to rethink my little tray area that's got all my bits in. But I love it. And there is so much more on the web. I say there's so much more. I don't think there is that much more that I haven't got or I haven't told you about. But Molly is also moving into some homeware stuff. So I think she's got some even bigger palette-y type things that you could use for decorative plates, for trinkets, or bits and pieces. But yeah, I absolutely love this stuff. I really do. It looks pretty, but it's so functional and useful, and also multifunctional. So you're not just restricted to using your dap and dish for a dap and you could use that to put rings in, or necklaces, or any sort of jewellery. It still looks pretty. You know, your palettes could be used for nail art, for actual art, for makeup. If you're a makeup artist and you sort of mix foundations to get the right colour, there you go, you've got a palette for doing that. The round ones, you use them as a coaster. Your catch trays, so many things you can use them for. Look, I've already given you another use for the business card holder. So many things, and they look pretty. So honestly, I can't wait until my nail room is done and I can set up my desk with all these beautiful things that will look beautiful on camera when I'm filming and just look pretty and will match. So that is it. So my new haul and my other bits that I already had. So I will pop the Painted and Posted link in the website. Honestly, check it out. I've got the pink and gold, but there are other colour options. There's clear, there's black, there's so many different things. There's some of the bits are just in a colour. So white, I think they've got a pink or a purple. So many different things. And Molly is amazing. She does custom orders. If there's something you like but the colour is not what you want, just pop her a message. So I'll put the website, I'll also put her Instagram handle in the description box, so you can hopefully check it out and go shopping. And I'd love to know if you do buy anything. So that's it today. So it's been a bit different, but I hope that this video has been of some use to some of you if you are looking for storage, palettes, anything. You're new to the business, or even you're just looking for something pretty for your dressing table. As I said, so many uses, not just for a nail tech, for anything. Let me know if you have purchased from Painted and Posted before, or if you are going to, and if so, what are you going to buy? I'm going to go now and try and organise all of this stuff, and if I do get it done, I might pop some photographs at the end of this video, but I might try and do some sort of showing you how my setup in my bedroom is at the moment. And you can see why I'm absolutely desperate for a nail room. But that's it. I'm going to go now. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new, please click subscribe. You will see some of these things in action in videos very soon because I'm going to need to use them. But that's it. Have a great day and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye. Mwah.